Hello, and welcome back to Between Us. It is Thursday. I am back at the Forest Preserve after work. Honestly, this past week, it's been a lot. It's been kind of draining, and I'm wondering when I get a break. I, okay, first few things. I ended up going to the graduation for my friends, and it was good. Saw a lot of people that I wanted to see. My anxiety was there, but it was honestly good to see everyone, especially my coach. Whenever I was going through a really hard time in high school, he helped me out a lot. It was my golf coach, and it was nice to see him again. Yeah, so that was good. And then, like, work has been really exhausting. It's like, it's been like maybe what, like 2.5 weeks that I've been working there? Maybe 3.5? I'm not sure. But I still can't already believe it's Thursday. Like, it's about to be Friday. It's basically Friday. Thursday is basically Friday to me. I also wanted to share how, like, on really long days, I have been doing something that I don't necessarily have to do. I, like, earlier on in the week, I went to go get my car washed. I felt really peaceful in the car wash, just in neutral and trying to just sit there and relax while my car got cleaned. So every time I've had a hard or long day, no matter what, I go through the car wash. And because the first time I went, I ended up getting like a membership, I get unlimited car washes. So it's like, it feels very like, all right, power's in your hands. I get to just sit here. And it kind of feels like it's washing me off. So, yeah, that's been a new habit of mine. But I also I like the idea of just sitting there too with my music, with all the lights. It's honestly just really, it's literally the only thing I need to give me a quick like refresher before I go home and have to do all the things I have to do before I go to sleep and get ready for the next day. So, I'm really excited because this weekend I'm going to like start walking like dogs like from like the Rover and the Wag app. And I'm really excited because my first dog, he's a golden retriever and he is so cute. We did a meet and greet, and when I tell you, I walked in and I was like, I wonder if like he's just not gonna like come up to me or whatnot. Comes up to me, and I'm sitting on the floor. Comes up to me, lays his head on my lap, and I'm like, ah, could you be any cuter? Um, yeah, so I'm excited for that, and it's like 3 minutes away from my place, so it's like it's perfect. And the owner, she's really sweet, so I'm excited for that. And I also am making plans to see my friend from college, and that's gonna be fun. We're gonna go downtown, I think. So that's what's been up recently. I also just like I didn't really have like a script or anything to talk about. I didn't last time, but I also just like I kind of felt like oh like I'll just end up yapping whatever about whatever. I'm gonna be really um honest. I had a really difficult therapy session this past Tuesday, and like that day I had texted her and I was like I cannot wait until therapy like be ready. And she she texted, she was like, every time I think things are going well, I get a message. And I'm like, I know, me too, I'm not surprised. Um, I mean, I should be surprised. At this rate, things should be going perfect. They should be. Should being the key word. Um, but no, life is just having fun with me, which is fine. It's fine. It's okay. But I went there and like I was talking to her about a lot of things, and one of the biggest things that I came to realize that came from all of like the things I was struggling with, I was like, I feel really lonely, which is funny because like I'm surrounded by people all day, every day. I I'm surrounded by my coworkers who I really like. I'm surrounded by my family and Toby when I get home. And, occasionally when I do see my friends, I'm with them. So it's like why do I feel that way? And I didn't really understand why I did. And I guess I still don't because honestly, like I feel like ever since like I've gone to college, whenever I go home, all of my friends are so scattered that it's like, okay, so we have to plan for this to happen, and it will probably be in like 2 weeks. But like, it's also like people are far and people have other things going on. Like, for example, me with work, if I want to hang out with anyone during the week, it has to be like after 6:30 because I get off at 6. And that's fine, but it's just like it takes up so much of my week, so it's like I don't really the days that other people would be free, I usually am not, but I'm working with it. I'm working with it. I'm figuring it out somehow. I I've been spending a lot of time with Orca with my 25 to 30-minute drives every day. And yeah, I feel like I'm going to have this car for a long time, which is always the goal. I guess like what I was trying to say was like as of recently it just hit me that everyone, okay, it didn't just now hit me that everyone has their own shit, but, you know, it hit me that, yeah, I know everyone has their own stuff, and I know I have my own stuff, and, I guess for the first time it hit me that it's like, you only really truly have yourself always, all the time, consistently, and I feel like one of the things I've been working on lately is like, how can I make my own life enjoyable for myself? What do I have to do to make myself content? And so like for example, I've been starting to go to bed at like 10:30. In college, I would go to bed at like 1 a.m. My sleep was really messed up. But lately, I say I've been going to bed at 10:30. When I say been, I mean like the past 3 days. That's a lot of progress though because I mean the first night I ended up waking up at like 1 and couldn't fall asleep for like an hour. But it's okay because I ended up falling back asleep and waking up more tired, but that's just how it is. I also like I've been waking up every day and like setting aside time to like eat a slow breakfast and get ready slowly because it's like usually even for school or even in high school, I would just like get up and do whatever I needed to get ready quicker. But now I'm like, no, I'm going to take my time because that is really like the time to myself before I have to start, dealing with the world. But like I also just like I also like wake up and I go let Toby, my dog, outside and like I'll feel the weather and it's just like it's just like really slow morning, and that's just something I've been trying to like incorporate. But and then like for nighttime, I usually will try to make tea before I go to sleep and wash my face and shower and stuff like that, and like even just stretching like before bed because that feels amazing. If I'm putting anyone on anything, stretching before bed feels so good. It feels amazing. And I can't wait to do that now. Anyways, anyways. just like the little things. And like even like going to the gym, like all of those habits are things that make me feel like, okay, I'm doing more for myself, which I feel like the point I'm trying to make here is like the words for myself. Because, I mean, I feel like a lot of my life and a lot of the times that I ever did anything, it was never really for myself. So I kind of feel like all of these little things are slowly but surely adding up, and it feels good. It does. And it doesn't necessarily make me feel less lonely, but it makes me feel more um, content with myself. So, yeah. But yeah, no, yeah. And I can't wait for Saturday and hanging out with my friend. That's going to be a lot of fun, and that I feel like is going to boost my serotonin levels way up. I need things to look forward to, which is like what I said in the last video, but it's like I need things to look forward to in order to feel like I'm not just living in this like routine life. I like routine, but I need something out of the norm at least once a week. Like for example, I'm going to a Madison Beer concert in at the end of June. Cannot wait for that. I have been listening to her music for as long as I can remember, and her new albums, love them. And like the second her latest album came out, I was already listening to it the second it came out, and I like knew the lyrics by the next day. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to plan my outfits for that. And I can't wait for Lala and planning my outfits for that as well. And yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things I know I'm excited for, but in terms of like my day-to-day life, I just like having something new every day. Maybe you're thinking, Dinah, that's literally just everyone. That probably is. But hey. I also am excited because I right before school ended, I ended up piercing my own ears. I pierced my thirds. I don't know if you can see it. It's like this purple. I don't know if you can see it. But I pierced my thirds and they've been doing so good, healing so well, and I think like in the next half a month or month I can change it out to a new pair of earrings. But honestly, like piercing yourself? Why? I researched that so much. I got all the things necessary, all the sanitary stuff, whatnot. So good. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be. Um, yeah, but I would never pierce like any other part of my ear, like aside from like just the outer area, because it's like I'm not about to deal with cartilage. There's no way. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to change those out and also change out my rook and my conch. That's gonna be really exciting. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This video is ending up just me being able to figure out what are things I'm excited for, which honestly sometimes you do have to do. I feel like lately all of my highs have been really high, and then all of my lows have been really low. There's not been an in between at all whatsoever, which is really exhausting and a bit of a roller coaster, but hey, I can't say my life isn't exciting, I guess. I mean, I feel things really deeply, like to my core deeply. And I used to hate that about myself. Like I used to think like, oh, like if I cared less, I wouldn't get as hurt as much as I do. Honestly, I'm glad I do feel as much as I do because all the good things, I feel them so much more. Um, they they're more special. And then, well, the bad stuff. That's not. We're not gonna talk about that. I mean, I don't know who's into this stuff, but you know, for my zodiac, I am a Pisces, and honestly, that just makes so much sense to me because always daydreaming about something and dreaming in general lately, like I said. But I am always dreaming about something. I usually like blank out a lot, especially often. And I feel very deeply. And I am an optimistic person most of the time. Um, but I mean, I'm like I'm like the spitting image of my zodiac, which I used to be more into that, but now I'm not. But like, I fully believe in that stuff, sort of. But yeah, I don't know. Like at work, I'll zone out a lot, so I have to like lock in. But oh my god, when I tell you, one of the things that I had to help with today was we have like a sample store, and I had to rearrange stuff, like the new products that we have, and that way whenever people come see it, they can see all the new options. And let me tell you, that room is my nightmare. But somehow, I spent all day yesterday and all of like 60% of today working on that room. And when I tell you, I locked in, I played music and I locked in, and I'll probably like show it right here because I did. It was just, the way I locked in is almost impossible. It shouldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened. But somehow I locked in. I was like, no. We're gonna we're gonna really change this up because if I didn't lock in, I would not have gotten as much done as I did today. But anyways, back to oh, let me think of my. Honestly, guys, it's the end of the week. My words are leaving me, and quite frankly, I didn't get Culver's before this, like I planned on it, like I plan on doing. But I am going to after this and then drive home. Oh, and for the submission, I honestly was scared nobody was gonna submit anything, but thank God somebody did. Whoever did, thank you, honestly. Okay, so this person said they need a reality check because modern dating is a psychological experiment. This person was talking to a guy for 2 months and everything was going well. Amazing. Great chemistry. Good conversations. That's great. Everything was amazing, but then out of nowhere, last week the text just stopped. Yikes. No explanation, just straight up ghosted. The part that's driving her insane is he hasn't texted her back, but the second she posts something on Instagram or TikTok, his name is at the top of the viewers list. Like within 5 minutes of posting, he's already watched it. So she's asking what to do because if she's wondering if he doesn't want to talk to her, why is he lurking on her page? Should she say something to him, block him, call him out? Hmm. See, this is one of those situations where you have to look at it really black and white. I feel like you have to think about the fact that just because he's watching your stories within 5 minutes of you posting it, it does not mean he misses you or wants to talk to you or is playing games with you. Like, you know, he's already probably scrolling on his phone and sees that you posted something, and out of curiosity, passive curiosity and boredom, is probably watching it. And honestly, like, that takes zero effort to watch a story. So, like, don't confuse a view with the vibe because clearly the vibe's not there. I personally think, I mean, if he stopped texting you, remove him from any list of your priorities, whether it's urgent, not important, important. He's just not on it because if he wanted to keep talking to you, he would. And if you keep posting to test him to see if he's watching or whatnot, you're consistently craving his views, his attention, his validation. And honestly, that's just not worth it. So, if I were you, I would just, I mean, blocking seems kind of harsh. I mean, so is ghosting. But I feel like I would just remove his number and just like on to the next. Clearly he didn't want anything to go further, so why would you? And I also feel like, I don't know, if he can't text back, what's why would you keep giving him access to your life? Like there's just no reason. So, black and white isn't texting you back. We're in 2026. If we can FaceTime, call, and text in a matter of seconds, communication isn't the problem. His communication skills are, but I mean, who cares? Just let go of whatever hopes you had for that relationship, let go of that, and just be open to whatever else will come in your life. Because honestly, I your husband's not going to ghost you. And calling him out just kind of lets him know that his silence is bothering you and lets him know that you still care. And it's like, why should you care? There are so many other people in this world you can have great conversations with, chemistry with, energy matching with. Like, it, not the only fish in the sea. So, that's my advice. And yeah, I just feel like, especially with dating, I feel like now I feel like you have to really look at things black and white. If you're ever wondering if someone likes you, if someone wants to talk to you, if someone is interested in you, there's your answer. Because people know how to communicate, and you shouldn't have to wonder. It shouldn't be a question. So it's like, I feel like I've been able to look at that in a much clearer light. And honestly, the answer to a lot of things is looking at things in a very black and white, yes and no type of lens. I honestly simplifies life so much more. We had great energy, great communication, great chemistry. But he's not texting me, but maybe he's just busy or blah blah blah. People make time. Any excuse you could fill in the blank, there is another answer that could completely contradict that. If he wanted anything else with you, you would know that and you wouldn't have had to send in a question and ask for advice. I say don't I say don't call him out on it. Don't text him back anymore. Or don't text him first at all anymore. And move on with your life. I mean, at least you got off early. I've had my relationships, those have. We're not even going to get into that yet, at least not now. So yeah, there's my advice. I hope that helped you out and made things a little easier. And for anyone else watching, um, make sure to put in your submissions by next Thursday. If you want anything specific to be talked about, I don't know. But yeah, I'm also feeling a lot better because I'm no longer sick. I have been moving a lot more lately, and I've been sleeping a lot more, which is like good and bad. Sunday, when I tell you, I woke up at noon, went back to sleep at 1 p.m., woke back up at 9 p.m., went back to sleep at 10. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? I guess I had it in me. It was also a really difficult day, so I was just like, I can't think about anything if I'm sleeping. I know that's a really bad habit, and I really should not do that anymore, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get by, okay? I don't, I, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Life is always going to be hard, or at least at some point, for everyone. You just truly, I've been living by this lately. You just gotta do what you gotta do to get by. Whether that's sleeping when you get the chance, whether that's, I don't know, watching a stupid show or your comfort show, or whether that's eating out as much as you want, or whether that's staying up till like 3 a.m. Okay, that's a little embarrassing. Two cars just passed me and they like both like were looking at me. I'm a little like self-conscious right now, but I don't care. This is my safe spot. No one's gonna take that away from me. Honestly, I feel like this video was more of an updates video. I wish if this was not interesting to anybody, I really wish that well, I'm just thankful you watched. And yeah. Next week, you know what? Next week I'm going to try really hard. I just did not really have time this week to think about anything. My mind has been all over the place, guys. Okay? It's been all over the place. And I am just doing what I gotta do. Next week, I shall make this more interesting. But yeah, that's my update for as of late. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to ask questions or advice in the submissions between us features link that is going to be in the video below and on my perfect timing because my battery level's low. I'm not used to having my phone fully charged, so now that it is, when it says battery level low, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in a minute. I used to be really bad about charging my phone. I'd always be at like a low battery percentage. I don't know how I survived, but anyways, yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Love you. I will see you next Thursday or Friday, which is usually I'll just stay up and then just post it before I go to bed. So, probably Friday. But yeah, thanks. And I'll see you guys on the next one.